minus 4 weeks, and Tuscia and Fiore is going to take place starting in Bassano Romano the 2nd and the 3rd of April. We're going to be ready to dress up maybe the borghi and put a bunch of flower, a bunch of activity. And like everything that is nice in the world, is better to share it with somebody. Giulia, how are you?
Hi, Giulio, I'm fine. And you?
I'm very, very good. I just want you to share us a little bit the good news about our international partner, Lisa Morales. Can you please tell us a few
Yes.
words?
Yes, sure. Lisa Morales, she's a brilliant woman, and she's the editor and chief editor, also the owner of Live in Italy magazine, based in Miami. And she is giving us such a great support. Last week, there was an article about Tuscia and Fiore, and many other posts on social media, and she's doing everything is in her power to help us to promote, to give exposure to our festival, and it is beautiful. So we are present in the United States, particularly thanks to this very nice, beautiful woman.
That is fantastic. And you know what, Julia,
Yes,
we are very lucky. We have two friends, new friends, indeed,
yes, yes,
to share this knowledge that we all have about Usha, as well as to hear from Betsy's voice why she decided to come to Tuscia. Betsy, where are you? Are
Hi,
you
I'm in
are you in
Sutri
Tuscia?
in my house.
Very good. And Teal, good night. How are you? Good
Very
evening.
good. Very
And
good,
you are
Julio.
from France, right?
I am in Aix-en-Provence, France, South
Fantastic.
Central.
This sounds so cool. Okay, so let me ask you guys, Betsy, let's start with you. Do you want to tell us a few words about yourself? Because obviously we don't know you. Who are you? What's going on?
Okay. Well, I'm originally from Vermont and then New York City, lived there, went there for college and lived there for 30 years before my husband and I decided to come to Italy. He's Italian, and so we knew an artist in New York who owned a home here in Sutri, and we thought, well, let's see if we can rent it and experience Italy.
And so it is. And now you, 8 years later, you are in Sutri, right?
Yes, we came first in 2007, and then in 2014 I moved here permanently, and we bought a house in 2015, and that's it.
Here we
We're
go.
here.
Okay, well, just for those people that don't know about it, Sutri is a very lovely small town between Rome and Viterbo, and Viterbo is this other small town that is between Tuscany and Rome. So, Teal, who are you? What can you tell us about yourself?
Well, I'll give you some of my connections with Italy. I have the privilege of being on the board of an international church planting organization, and we really start communities all around the world. And we've got a number of churches in Italy, and have a few different projects going on in Italy, and one of them is in Tuscia. So I was there. I've spent a fair amount of time in Italy, but I was there in Tuscia for my first time last year and just loved it.
This is very exciting for us. So, Julia, you had the chance to meet Teal, right?
yes, right. And we had fun. We did a lot of things, and I felt so happy really to meet him. And now we are really good friends. So Carlton, our common friend, gave us the opportunity to meet one night for dinner, and then again another day we enjoyed a beautiful place in Sipicciano, and then we organized a trip, a cruise on a boat, Bolsena Lake, and it was fantastic. And we also went to a palace. Maximilian, yes, Maximilian. yeah, and it was great. And I
Teal,
still
do you
have
remember the lake?
to fetch. Sorry?
Teal, do you remember the lake?
Julia is the hostess with the mostest. I mean, oh my goodness. Yeah, yes, I remember the Lake Bolsena, and the beautiful boat. Maximilian's boat really is gorgeous. It's like a Venetian water taxi, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, beautiful teak boat. But we had dinner at two castles with the counts of the castles. We had one at Perho in a beautiful villa of a friend of Julia's. Just many incredible experiences.
Yes.
Julia, who was your friend?
My friend Villa, it was Maddalena, maybe you are Sipicciano, Maddalena, yes. It is a very beautiful, lovely villa. Villa Lies. You can say that, yes, because I would like to invite Americans to visit that place, but Americans know that place because it is very famous. So we had dinner.
Julia, you're always forthcoming. You always invite American. Can you tell us what the association stands for? Please do tell us.
Yes. And today I'm particularly happy because very nice, talented girls. She studied at the university in Viterbo, but she's from California. She wrote an article about me. It was posted in Tuscia, local online magazine. And this article just introduced my association, and also the purpose that I have with my association is just to invite Americans to come here to enjoy Tuscia, but in a different way, just meeting people here, meeting people even before coming here, so create a connection. So Americans before coming here, they already know me, my friends, and all the other people who are part of the organization. So that's what I'm doing now, and of course I'm very happy about that, and also the opportunity that the local press, but also American press, are giving me to spread the knowledge of my association.
So Betsy, you hear Julia, no? She's really going out of her way to welcome people. Did you feel the same when you reached Sutri?
I think so. Yeah. The thing about Sutri is there's quite a large expat community in Sutri. Like I said, the home that we first rented was from an artist who lived in New York City, but she had lived in Sutri for some time before that. And the first year actually that we came, we were unable to rent her home because she was here. So she put us in touch with another American who lived here, and we rented an apartment from her the first summer we were here. And Sutri is wonderful. It's got such a large community of artists. Like you mentioned, our mayor earlier is actually an art critic, and we also have quite a famous artist, Roberto Ferri, who lives here in Sutri. So it's a wonderful little town. And we didn't want to be in a city. Having lived in New York City, we knew we didn't want to be in Rome, but we wanted to be close enough to be able to get to a city. And we also wanted to be not too far from the airport. And Tuscia has all of that. We have access to the airport, we have access to Rome and other large towns, Viterbo and Florence if we want. But
that sounds like a perfect spot.
Beautiful Tuscia.
Are you looking for a job? Because I want to offer you the place of ambassador. You sound perfect.
Sure.
So,
what
so
is
Teal,
it?
did you hear? Teal, did you hear? Close to Rome, close to Florence, close to the airport, close to everything, close to the hospital. You have got to consider, man. Come on.
I know it. I like, between Florence and Rome, not too far from either coast. I mean, yeah.
So, guys, I am normally in Los Angeles, And I can tell you that no matter what you want to do, right now it's impossible to buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom place for anything less than 2 million, right? I don't want to hear any number, but I can tell you that now you can find a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom here for $50,000. No exaggeration.
Cross your
Yeah,
fingers.
and Julio, that is one thing that we spent a fair amount of time doing because Carlton and Shannon Deal, they have a project of trying to breathe. They want to really breathe life into this beautiful little hilltop village called Roccobec. And so they're inviting their friends to come and look at properties and consider buying a place there. And so we saw, I don't know, 10 properties or so. And boy, what you're saying is absolutely correct, which I couldn't believe that could be true before we came.
You have
and
to see yourself. That's right.
Yeah.
It's almost unbelievable, right? So
yeah. Oh yeah. And it's beautiful. I mean, yeah, aside from the location, just the countryside, the terrain, you know, and then, I mean, I could break down all the different pieces, but the food, of course, and the cost of living all around. I mean, not just the housing, but, you know, a great night out at a nice restaurant with some good wine. Not very expensive.
not very
It's
expensive.
a big difference when I go back to New York and
Whew.
go out to dinner there.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
we spend. Oh yeah.
So Betsy, now we are in the topic. We probably should mention your husband's restaurant, right?
Sure. My husband owns a restaurant here in Sutri called Cantina del Drago, and he opened it the same year that we bought the house. So he was doing work on the restaurant while I was painting our house. But wonderful. It's, you know, he has the restaurant with 2 partners. He is not the chef. Martino Mangelli is the chef, wonderful chef. And come visit, come experience it. Delicious food.
What would you say, Betsy? Italian customer, international, tourist, art lovers? Which kind of customer do you get?
We get all of those customers at the restaurant. The wonderful thing about Tuscia also is the Via Francigena. So we get a lot of walkers through Sutri, and Sutri has many B&Bs, and so there's a variety of tourists and walkers and people who just want to come and experience this beautiful town. And we now have our own art museum as well.
So Teal, do you know about Francigena?
I do not.
I think you, yes, but I think Teal, you read an article about Via Francigena, an article I sent you. I wrote an article about Via Francigena, and maybe you know something about that. It is a spiritual path that starts from Canterbury and
with the
to
church
Rome.
that
Of course,
we went to.
Yes.
Okay.
From Canterbury to Rome, and then it goes to Jerusalem too. So there is a part of this path that goes through Tuscia, and it is absolutely beautiful, through really marvelous landscapes, and so you can find beautiful villages that are crossed just by this path. And then I'm working about this project, and I will maybe tell something more about this project the next days, because it is just a project now, but we are just doing a crowdfunding to get money to buy Jolette is the name, is a wheelchair for a young girl, and we want to do this path with her and the other, of course, friends. So now we don't have money, but we are working on a big event. It will be on the 9th of May with many people, and a lot of things will happen that day, and we will sell some books and other t-shirts, of course, and other things. And there will be a lot of things from the morning to the night just to work for this. And what is really important is to have this wheelchair not just for her, of course, but for other people who want to come here and experience Via Francigena. And so our purpose is just to buy many of these stuff to help other people to come to visit Tuscia, and you want to create a very inclusive experience that everybody can enjoy.
So Teal, we are learning from the American, eh? We are learning.
Yes, of course. And I have to tell you that I met a really nice artist in Omaha, and she told me about that. She asked me if it is possible for Americans to come here and enjoy this Via Francigena. And when I told her that we are just trying to get money to buy the stuff we need, she said, I am able to put you in connection with an organization, a foundation here that invest few money also abroad, okay, to allow the Americans to go abroad, have experience like this. So we are also working with the United States to get money, not for this event because it is it's just in May, so we don't have enough time, but for the next year, of course, because this event is just the first, and then we will have every year the same event for people from around Italy, Europe, and of course from the United States. Yes,
okay.
we are learning from America.
You want to say?
That's true.
Yes, and okay, so yes, of course, Julia, I remember that, and we talked about it's a number of days, and so it's a journey that I want to take at some point. Come down and do that,
yes.
which would be amazing. The other one that I was mixing was and I don't know if it's an annual thing, but where they carry the very heavy statue to the church, and then we went to the church and got another personal introduction and personal tour from the mother of that church. Tell us about that. Sister
Francesca. Yeah. Yes, she is so lovely. So really, yes. She is.
And what do they carry?
We call it Macchina di Santa Rosa. It's a tower, a big tower, 30 meters tall, and we didn't have the chance, unfortunately, to go to the museum. So the next time you come, we'll go there. And if you can come, of course, on the 3rd of September, it will be also better because you can see. Yeah.
Let me show it to you. Teal, let me show it to you.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Yes, good.
There you go.
Do you see? This is incredible. Every time I look at it, I wonder how the heck people do this.
Exactly. And they have to train and get chosen, and it's quite an honor to get to carry it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Betsy, have you seen it?
Yes, I've gone to Viterbo to see it. It's amazing.
It is.
It's been a couple of years, obviously, during COVID that we haven't gone, but before that, it was a wonderful yearly celebration to go and visit.
We are very happy about these kind of things because it's a moment when the whole city get together. There are no differences. There are no fights. There are no questions. There are literally men or human walls, like 12 meters of people standing, just no moving for hours and hours and hours. Nothing happened. We always say thank you, Rosa. And then this thing, and again, flawless every time. There is a spot where they pass in a street that is so narrow that they have a few inches left and right, and the people that carry it, they're called facchini, they have to go like this under something, because if they keep their head outside, they get smashed dead. It's amazing.
Yes. Giulio, can I ask you to share the name of my blog? Because many things that we are talking about are just in my blog. So if people are curious, they can read some articles and they can understand better about Via Francigena, about Bolseno Lake. It is juliamarchetti.com.
Okay, Julia Marketing.
Yes.com. This is the name of my blog, and then the association is Italian Human Connections. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yes. Great. That's perfect. Thank you.
We definitely invite everybody to take a look. Julia is a very prolific writer. She writes for this magazine, Live in Italy, that
Yes.
is in Miami. She writes for local papers. She writes for her own blogs. She's starting some commercial. So, guys, you guys are meeting a big shot. Julia is becoming a big international shot.
It's true. She already is. That's
So,
true.
Betsy, I think you should
Joking.
invite her to your husband's restaurant and to write an article in 2 languages about the restaurant. That would be fun.
Oh, yes. Yes, I would like to do that, of course. Yeah.
So we have some comment live. There is a friend of mine is making fun of somebody else. We don't need to read that one.
Okay.
Other than the lake, the Bolsena Lake, Teal, what do you remember about Tuscia? What is something that you can tell a story about?
Well, one of the most interesting experiences was and I can't remember the Italian name, but the Park of Monsters.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
How do you
Parco
say
dei
it?
Mostri. Parco
Okay.
dei Mostri. Yes.
Parco dei Mostri.
Yes. Great.
So it's a 500 years ago, this guy decided to put together a fun group of odd monsters, as well as a house that is perfect 2-story home tilted over about 10 degrees. And 500 years ago, somebody just had enough time and money to make up this large park with all these crazy, I mean, probably, I don't know, 40, 50 different statues of these monsters. And then the house was really, really fun. But that was a very unusual experience. And it's one thing to see one now that was built in the 90s or 80s. There's some of those in the States. I've been to a couple of them, but this was built 500 years ago and it's still standing.
Yes. Yes, it is still standing. Yes,
Maybe I can show you a very remarkable piece of it. It's
Yes.
I would say it's a monster, but maybe you want to describe it just a bit.
Yes, let's see. Yeah, exactly. And
it's very
large
fun.
enough that we took a picture with, probably four of us standing in the mouth and, another 10 of us all around it. It's large. You can walk back in it and fit 20 people or more inside there.
Yes.
Do you know it?
Yes, I have photos of my children standing inside the mouth.
Yeah.
Well, I know I am biased, but Tuscia is really a lovely place. What do you guys think? There are so many things, and I can show you more. Like Civita di Bagnoregio, Caprarola. There are many spots in Viterbo, the medieval part, the Terme, the hot springs. There are many, many little things in a very concentrated area between Rome and Tuscany. So we really think we should get people to see it and possibly be hooked. Teal, do you agree?
We went to the hot springs. That was great. We had pizza one night and went to the hot springs. Yeah, it's just the diversity of activity is really surprising to me, from the lakes and the boating and the lake. I mean, I walked 3 or 4 miles just along one small side of the lake. Just beautiful. And then biking and hiking and the museums and the churches and, explore the cities, whether you want a larger city or a smaller hilltop city, walled cities. I mean, it just goes on and on. So yeah, it was beautiful.
Okay, let me show you guys something. We have a video that our mayor, the mayor of our project, did all together. And I want to show you, it's in English, so hopefully Betsy can tell us something afterwards.
There is a place called St. Peter's Land, hidden between Rome and Tuscany. a place where you can find amazing landscape, beautiful natural hot springs, amazing castles, lakes, and marvelous gardens called Giardini all'Italiana.
In the last 3,000 years, many people loved and fought for this land. The Romans, the Etruscan, the Longobards, and other people tried to establish here their home.
But the popes have been the real rulers forever. Legendary wines and the best extra virgin olive oil in the world comes from here.
See you
In April 2022,
when the Hasienborghi will dress up by tons of flower for Tuscia in Fiore.
I'm very, very proud of this. Betsy, how do you like it?
Very nice video.
I really love this land. I don't think I'm biased. It's so much fun. You drive for a few miles and you find this incredible spot. It's just fantastic. Okay, so guys, half hour went like nothing. And by the way, this guy that is saying hi is the video maker, the one that actually did the video. His name is Siegfried Jr. Is a good friend of Julia. So
That video
Yes.
That video said it all. A picture's worth 1,000 words.
Oh
Wow.
yeah. So
So
half
many
hour
beautiful
flew,
towns.
half hour went by. So I always give my guests a chance to finish with a comment or something they couldn't tell us before. So let me start with you, Teal. Do you have a last comment for us?
Yeah, I would say the people, and again, I mean that the people for me and getting to meet all those people came back from the Italian Human Connection and Julia and her connections that she made for us. That was very, very special and added to the all of the other pieces of the beauty of the area. Getting to have that human connection with people.
It sounds
Thank
like
you,
you will
Teal.
buy a place here, Teal. Please consider. So Betsy, what about you? A last comment, a last remark?
Just that it's such a wonderful area with access to the city if you want to go to the cities, but there's so many beautiful towns to visit in Tuscia and just such charming areas and beautiful lakes. And come and see it. I love it here.
So Julia, it sounds like we found another two people in love with Tuscia. What are your last remarks or comment?
Yes, my last remark is, Teal, please come whenever you want. I'm waiting for you and my friends too, of course. And Betsy, I want to meet you in person, of course. So we'll come to Sutri and to your husband's restaurant, and we'll, of course, spend time together. And I will have the chance to discover the cuisine of your. The cuisine, the fine cuisine, is it the right pronunciation? Okay, of your restaurant. And of course, I want to say hello to Sigfrido. He is, of course, the artist who made that video, and he's my friend, my collaborator, and he is also part of the association. He is actually a co-founder of the association. So he is another person that is here waiting for people from around the world, particularly from the United States. And so if you are just watching us now, you know that Sigfrido is waiting for you, and you have already many friends waiting for you.
Thank you very much, Julia. Thank you, Teal. Thank you, Betsy. It has been fun, as it often happens with Julia and our friends. I want to say good night to everybody. We are going to see each other next Wednesday. And of course, wherever you guys are, always tune in with Facebook, Italian time, 9:30 p.m. And we will be on. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
all.
you. Thank you.
Regista, com'è andata oggi?
Bene, benissimo, come sempre. Ci vediamo alla prossima, Giulio.
Dalla Tuscia